Brought to you by our exclusive fabric partners. Be sure to look for their newest lines of fabric.
Welcome to Quiltmaker's Block Network. I'm Denise Starck with Quiltmaker Magazine. Today I'm going to show you Sharon's Roses, block number 210, designed by Sharon Peterson for Quiltmaker's 100 Blocks Volume 3. I'll show you how to make this block, and we'll use an applique pressing sheet to build our fusible applique. For this block, you'll need a light background fabric, some assorted purples, assorted greens, and a pink. The cutting dimensions to make this 12-inch block are on the screen. Using the assorted green fabrics, you'll need to make bias strips and prepare them for fusing. Cut 2 lengths at 7 inches and 2 at 1.5 inches. Prepare all of the other patches for fusible applique. Here you can see I have all the leaves and the flower parts that I'm going to need. Now I'm going to build the entire flower unit on the applique pressing sheet. I've got it here on top of a surface I can iron on. And this sheet will allow us to position everything and fuse it all together before we put it on the background. We'll build the rose first. I'm going to remove the paper off the back. And we'll start with the bottom layer first. So we'll put this down on our mat, and then we're going to build up from the back. We're going to add the next flower on top of that, and we'll just press lightly to kind of tack them together. We'll keep adding our patches, and we'll just tack it until we have all of the patches fused together that we need. The beauty of this pressing sheet is then we can just peel it right off, and all of our patches are together, ready to be placed on our background. Let's build the large leaf next. Same thing, we'll start with the bottom shape first, and then we'll add the smaller one on top of that. We'll just position it right where we need it, kind of tack it down, and then we can just peel it off as well. We're all set. Now I'm ready to put the rose and large leaf together with the stems and some additional leaves. I'm going to put this applique diagram underneath my pressing sheet and use it as a guide to build my patches and place them all together. Again, we start with the bottom layer, which in this case is going to be the bias stems. So we'll take those and place them using our diagram, and we'll just kind of tack it down so it stays in place. We'll add our little one in over here. And then we can start adding in our other pieces. We'll add our leaf in, making sure that we overlap where we need to overlap so they all stay together. We can put our flower in. I'm just lining everything up using this applique diagram on the back side. We'll keep adding all of the parts to build our flower unit, and you'll need to make 2 of these flower units for each block. We're now ready to build our block. We're going to take our background patch A, and you can see I folded it in half both ways. We'll use that as an alignment guide for positioning our flower units. Here's the flower unit that we built, and you can position them on your block where you like them and then fuse them down. You can then secure the edges with a machine blanket stitch or a blind stitch, depending on how visible you want the stitches to be. Here's our completed block. Let's look at some ways to use this block in a quilt. This block would make a really pretty wall hanging. You could even repeat the applique in the borders. In this second example, I have set the blocks into a layout using offset frames. It's a really unique way to show off the applique. Sharon's Roses and 99 other creative blocks can be found in Quiltmaker's 100 Blocks Volume 3. Join us next time for Quiltmaker's Block Network. That's true, because if I have to go through it twice, it might take 3 times as long to get all my words in.